Yo, 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 what's up? What's going on? What's good? It's the Boston Source checking in, and I got a special guest here with me right now. He's getting ready for his fight against Guido Vianello on Saturday night in Verona, New York, Turning Stone Resort and Casino. It's my guy, that's out there in Las Vegas, originally from South Carolina, Mr. Jonnie Rice. What's good, man?
Man, what's good, man? I'm feeling great, feeling happy, man, feeling fortunate, you know what I mean, for this opportunity.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, you got this big fight here against Guido Vianello Saturday night, part of the top ranked card. That is January 14th. There, I know that Vianello is undefeated, but you faced undefeated fighters before. Those that have, had like a lot of momentum, and you pretty much stopped their momentum. So this is another chance for you to stop another fighter's momentum here in Guido Vianello.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and that's the mindset. At the end of the day, your record doesn't matter when you step into that ring. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. It's gonna be two guys ready to work hard, fight hard. I know he works hard. I work hard. Now we're just gonna fight hard. You know what I mean? But yes, I'm definitely looking for the victory, 100%.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt that know that you've been preparing here for the past few weeks on this here, and getting this opportunity. I know that you pretty much was called in for this fight here against Guido Vianello. So, what it was like to like get that phone call and say, "Hey, we got this spot for you. See if you can come in and get a fight here with Guido."
Well, a lot of mixed emotions. Obviously, I've mentioned this before. Uh, I hate when other athletes go down and they can't fight. You know what I mean? Because of injuries that they suffer. You know what I mean? As an athlete that's pure hearted, I'm gonna always want everyone to go in there and have the chance to compete and do their best. But I have to take advantage of this opportunity and fight hard. I was already in the gym. I definitely realized there's a big difference when you just sparring to train and when you sparring and you got to fight. So, that's really eye opening for me, and I'm very happy for that feeling or for that gut check, as they say. So, we here now. This is what it is, and I'm looking for a huge victory on Saturday night.
Yeah, gotcha. And I know, like you say, you haven't, you're pretty much preparing for that. And, that was basically a couple of days before you made that long trip over to the East Coast, or pretty much around my side of the U.S. Here, going to Verona, New York. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Verona, but I'm telling you, outside of, that casino, there's absolutely nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to
I've
be.
never been to New York. I've never been to New York a day in my life. So I'm looking forward to my first visit to New York. And like you said, if I ain't in the casino, which I will be there for the fight, I ain't gonna be doing nothing else. I'm there for the fight. I'm be focused.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's pretty much what it is, man. Just getting focused for that fight there against Guido Vianello. And I know that have been working hard, like you said, over the past year. So, like your last fight there was January 1st of 2022. You had that rematch against Mike Coffie, and you schooled him again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that was basically a different type of battle, because it was like the first one you're able to knock him out, and then the other one kind of like was able to outbox him and get that win. So like kind of go back to that fight there a year ago, having that rematch against Mike Coffey, because sometimes when they have a rematch, something like that is more. Some people like feel like, okay, we weren't sure like if what was going on in that first fight, so they say, we got to run it again and see what was up. But you just say, you know what, I'm gonna show y'all, and I'm gonna prove to y'all once again that I'm better than Mike Coffey. And you were able to do that on January 1st, 2022.
Yeah, it definitely shows me how much I need to stay in the boxing ring. Because let's just be real. It was a big difference in night and day. I fought in July, and then I come back and I'm 15 pounds overweight. You know what I mean? But and I was able to still win, thankfully. Thankfully to God and everything like that. But fighters go through so many up and downs. So it's like I wish that I would have got the fight again right away. So you can constantly, go through that trial and error. Like, yo, I trained hard, but I ate a little bit too much. I can't do that. Let's see what my next fight reveals for me to work on. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I looked at it. Like when you're constantly in that boxing ring, you're being purified. If you're really trying to get better, you're being exposed on what you need to work on. You get the win. Obviously, we all want to win, and that's the big the big goal. But it's like, man, what do I need to work on next? But then if you don't go in the ring for like a year, it's like, man, like you get kind of in no man's land. The only thing you can do to save yourself is just stay in the gym. But even
Yeah,
then, it's like it's not enough.
right.
So I'm that, I'll come win this fight and then fight more often so I can continue to advance myself and pick myself up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is a case where a number of fighters can have that period of inactivity, from the ring, so they're not necessarily in the gym working on specific things, and also like trying to focus on other intangibles that could be done outside of the ring. So like you were talking about, we're there with that rematch against Mike Coffie. You said like you were a little bit overweight in that particular one, and that kind of like affects your performance or perfection on how you do as far as like in the difference from like round 1 to round 10. So you want to be able to stay sharp, stay in the gym, but also stay active so that if you have those battles coming in one after one after one, like you will be able to stay fresh and stay sharp. It's one
Absolutely.
thing to kind of like be in the gym or like spar with some fighters here and there, but unless if you actually have those fights and get that in-ring experience, and you might like have an issue like later on down the line maybe. So yeah, getting back in the ring here against Vianello, that's going to be real key for you to say like, hey, this is me, I'm staying sharp, and yeah, I still got these skills.
Absolutely. So I did my part. Like I said, even before I had this fight, I was in the gym working with Efe Ajagba, and he was definitely doing his thing, looking extremely good. You know what I mean? Because he also had a change of opponent too.
Yeah.
So everybody on this card has had a change of opponent, which when you really think about it, we all low key in the same boat. You know what I mean? Except they had a little more time to actually train with a actual focus of a fight. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Which I do see clearly different as well. You know what I mean? But I've had past fights, so I do know the kind of training I need to do as well. But at the end of the day, everybody on this card has a new opponent that they're facing. So it's gonna be quite exciting for everybody, I feel like.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, hey, you got to deal with a few unknowns here and there. Coming up on the card Saturday night, so you pretty much like got to say, hey, being in the being in the gym and stuff like that. Like you say, you can't play boxing, so it doesn't matter if you have an opponent that's scheduled that you signed for, or if it's someone that was called in or whatever it is. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? And
It's a
that's what
fact.
we've been doing for most of the years, being in the gym, staying in the gym. Like you said, having those workouts in various gyms in Las Vegas area or outside of that, so you don't have to worry about just being like cold once you step in the ring against your opponent.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing I'm not gonna be worried about. I don't think I will experience any ring rust. I think that I'll just go in there and enjoy myself and fight hard and compete my abilities and my skills. And there's gonna be adjustments that have to be made. You know what I mean? That's a fact. But it's just I'm just looking forward to an enjoyable fight for the fans and for myself, and a victorious fight for myself. So by no means am I just thinking I'm getting in this boxing ring. No, I'm coming for the win. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I believe he's going to do, and
Mhm.
that's exactly what we both are going to do. But I want that win. Period.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And like a couple of quick hits here, before we have you close out here, since you're pretty much going to get back in the
I'm
gym.
outside the gym, baby. Like this shit
Yeah,
don't stop, man. The
yeah,
preparation don't
definitely.
ever stop, man.
Don't ever
The
stop.
preparation don't ever stop, and that's one thing I had to learn too. Cause, I get to the fight site, like the weigh-ins, I'm picking out. I'm like, I can't. I ain't never doing that. I think some of them pounds was gained while I was in Miami. You know what I mean? When I was overweight a little bit, cause I
Mm,
was eating nonstop in Miami. Like I'm like, oh, the work is done. The work is done. Nah, the work ain't done, till after the fight. Yo. Remember one thing: the work is not done after the fight. You can give yourself a week to say after the fight week. That's not the work's not done. After the
mm.
weigh-ins, the work is not done. We after the fight, enjoy yourself.
Cool.
It's bad, man. So, straight up.
Oh yeah. Like I said, the workouts never done and things like that. You know what I mean? So, just seeing here what's there. So here's a couple quick things here before we get you out there in the gym and stuff like that. Like you said, you've been working out with a lot of heavyweights, Efe Ajagba and things like that. Uh, like who are some other heavyweights that you may have worked out with, over the course of time, working in the gym and sparring with some of the fighters?
Oh man, worked a lot with Jerry Anderson. He's obviously an up and coming superstar. Well, I guess he's a superstar now. He's not not up and coming anymore. So that was an incredible experience because it's very few fighters that really do make you better the moment you do a few rounds with him. He's one of those special talents. So I was very fortunate to work with him. Obviously, I got to train with Michael Hunter, which is a guy I always train with and learn from constantly. Uh, I guess this one dude is definitely still up and coming. 5-0, Skylar Lacey helped me out tremendously. The Cubans, I know we call them the Cubans because they come in like a pack of Cubans where they all ready to just whoop ass. They just ready to beat you up, outbox you.
Hmm.
And so I worked with a lot of the Cuban guys. I think this guy's name is Leonor. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a PBC fighter. Leonor, a super Cuban prospect, Olympian.
Oh yeah, well I have to
Lanier,
look it up. I
is it
think he's
Lanier?
Lanier. I think it's Lanier.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's Lanier. Oh man, he's an incredible talent. Helped me out a whole lot. He actually wants to fight Jerry Anderson, so that's awesome. But I've got to work with these guys who have so much skill and so much fundamentals and so many, you know what I mean, so much talent. So I've been in the ring with these guys who helped me get prepared. Even though I didn't have a fight, you see what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
keeping me hungry. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Keep you hungry, keep you sharp, and everything like that. So you be prepared for anything. Once you get into the ring against any opponent that's out there, like we'll see coming up on Saturday night. Now, one thing, real quick.
Oh, I gotta mention one more. I gotta mention one more guy,
Okay.
Jeremiah Middleton. We all see him and all his knockouts. So I actually worked with him for his most recent fight. That was a huge help for me as well. Just because I mean, like another dedicated guy that's just constantly rising and getting better. So that's Jeremiah Middleton as well. So yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I got it. These are guys that's been really pushing me right now. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, I know that you got the thing working on there with the boxing tip, but also, we follow you on the social media. You know what I'm saying, and Forever Jonnie Rice on Instagram. And I know that over the past year or so, and from our last conversation, that we had like a little thing about yeah, I have to say it. You and Ethiopian chicks and stuff like that. And hey, I mean, I have a feeling for Ethiopian chicks too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been following the page, and I know that you have a thing going on with that too. But that kind of like goes with your character because a lot of times, when you see Jonnie Rice, whether it's on social media or on the interviews, hey, they say you're a character, you're a funny dude, a down to earth dude at times too.
We
So
living, we having fun.
all of those elements.
We living, people got to remember, you got to live life and enjoy. You out here in this world. There's so many ups and downs, man. There's so many tragedies. So you really got to go after the joys. You know what I mean? Like every time I see a car accident, man, my heart breaks a little bit because I'm like, man, like we all driving cars almost every day, and just to go from point A to point B, people don't realize how special that is. That you drive home safely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like when you really start thinking about joy, life, love, happiness, trials, errors, failures, success, man, you really look at things different, man. You just got to really be a better you as much as possible, you know what I mean? And try to feel as good as possible, as happy as possible. And the things you like, go after those things you like. Understand that that's what makes you an individual.
yeah.
You ain't gonna supposed to like everything someone else like. You supposed to be yourself. You know what I mean? And be grateful. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt, man. I mean, it's all about having those times of happiness and that type of thing, man. Because like I say, man, like seeing stuff like that, happen, it's crazy sometimes. So you gotta, enjoy things, while they're out there. I mean, I say, like, most of the time when I be going out, I try to have as much fun as possible, because that's the thing about life is you got to have those happy moments and things like that. So I'm like, hey, go ahead and have fun, every chance you can, because that,
Yeah.
that's basically the purpose in life. So I mean, I say, go ahead and enjoy while you're here. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy it, man. Take opportunities. Prepare yourself for opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, set those goals. Set those goals. Constant self-evaluation. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, And yeah, I'm in a good place mentally and spiritually and emotionally right now. Definitely happy I got the opportunity for this big fight. I'm gonna take full advantage of it. I'm leaving everything in that boxing ring. You know what I mean? And like I said, my mindset is victorious. Period. No moral victories. Not that moral victory. Not victorious. Like I need to win this fight straight up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be shown live on ESPN, Turning Stone Resort and Casino in Verona, New York. Jonnie Rice getting in there against Guido Vianello. Be sure that y'all tune in ESPN 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Tune in,
Thank
baby.
you so much, Jonnie Rice, for chopping it up with the boxing source. And, like
Yeah,
I said, you got to get out there and work. So I'm going to leave you to get out
they
there and
got
get
that
that
work.
work in.
Hey, I'm in the gym right now, baby. Like I said, man, thank y'all for the love and support. It's always needed and it's always helpful. Tune in, ESPN. Let's go.
All right, for sure.